Our defensive coordinator. This is his third year with us. His first 2 years, he's secondary coach. Now he's our defensive coordinator, coaching the linebackers. Last year, he coached in the secondary, and he's moved coach the backers, and that way he can, coordinate the front, coordinate the back end. So I'll have these guys go through. And a lot of them you've seen here, for 4 or 5 years, which is a good thing. I'll have them go through, kind of tell you where they're from and their classification.
We're kind of having some fun with it, okay? For every curse word, you owe $1. That's coaches included. All right? If someone gets really mad and it's one of those bad connectors, that's $2. Okay? And then our team's been just doing an unbelievable job and just giving it up for the cause. So they've been doing a good job. We've been having some fun with it. We obviously can clean up our language. At the same time, we're raising money for Michaela. So.
Yeah, it's been a good deal. I will say that Coach Sy and myself, before we even started our first team meeting, we got credit. All right, we had credit. Coach, we put our money in and had credit. So anyway, these guys have been doing a good job. Taylor Beitler here, he's injured his back. He played for us last year. Matt Rosenhammer is one of our newly elected captains. He's been a 3-year starter for us. He's been here. He was part of our first recruiting class. And then Ben Carlson, some of you might be familiar with Ben. He played baseball over at Topeka at Seaman High School, and then went and played baseball at Missouri State. Went and tried to do the major league deal, and now he's coming back, and he's been a very beneficial part of our football program. And all these guys have been doing a good job. Of course, Vince Harris will be his 3rd year. As a 3rd-year starter for us as well, linebacker. So this is a good crew, and Coach Sy does not only an unbelievable job with these guys at linebacker, but he does an unbelievable job with our defense. He truly does. And so anyway, I appreciate that. Speak up, okay? All right, tell them where you're from, classification. All right, this is our defensive line. Okay, now we got Coach Michael Tordo. Coach Tordo, of course, played here. He's coaching our defensive line. He's assisted by Coach Nathan Lindsay. I think everybody knows who Coach Lindsay is. He played linebacker for us last year, did a great job. And then back behind him, of course, those of you that watched the Chiefs game had an opportunity to see Harold play last night. Harold, would you play 4 series?
4 series.
About 4 series, so it's good to have. We got somebody in training camp for the KC. He flies in from the airport, has his girlfriend pick him up, and he comes straight here to see everybody, which is a good thing. That's important. It just tells you a little bit about some of the things we're trying to do here as far as what we want within this football program about having guys come back. So, all right, we'll start down here at the end. You guys tell them where you're from, and 225 pounds. Tim, when he first got here, Tim was playing tight end for us, right? And we moved him, and he's done a good job for us. So. These guys have been working hard. Those of you that Ben Melick, I don't know if you know about Ben, his story. Ben step forward just a little bit. Ben has battled cancer, and he's been here with us for 3 years. He's a cancer survivor, and he gives our football team, our football program, a lot of inspiration of things that he's accomplished and the things that he's had to battle. So we're proud of all these guys. But all right. This is the secondary. They have nobody else behind them. The DLs, they got the linebackers. Linebackers got the DBs. Hey, it's our last line of defense right here. All right, and making sure that our last line of defense does not let anything go behind us is our 2 coaches that coach the secondary. This is Coach Eric Burrow. Coach Burrow is our Director of Football Operations and also coaches our corners. This is Oscar Rodriguez, who was newly hired in this spring. He coaches our safeties and kind of is in charge of all our defensive backs. He's our recruiting coordinator and also our associate head coach. He also played here back in what year was it, Coach? 2000, 2001. Played here and then transferred and went to Coffeyville and then finished up his career. We won't say the name, but somewhere out west, and we play our opening game. All right. Needless to say, he's looking forward to that game. These guys have been doing a great job. There's a lot of skill in this group right here. We got a lot of speed. So We'll just start right here with you, Josh, on crutches here. And, go ahead and introduce yourself and where you're from. Okay. You guys spread out now so I can see you. All right, this is where it starts offensively. This is our offensive line. I'll let these guys introduce themselves to you. We got 3 offensive linemen that started 88 games between the 3 of them. So it's I tell you, it's vitally important to have those guys, and you can tell they've had a good camp up to this point. Coach Matt Walter, who's our offensive coordinator, he's also our strength and conditioning coach. He's done a great job this summer, not only with these guys, but with all our players. They really bought in and did a fantastic job this summer. I think it was honestly our most productive summer. So I'm going to let these guys, make sure you guys speak up, tell them where you're from and what. True freshman, not redshirt yet. Next year saying you'll be a redshirt freshman. Okay, true freshman. All right. How tall are you, Sam? Hey, what we got to do with Sam is we got to get him in the weight room like we did Ben. When Ben showed up for us 4 years ago. How much you weigh, Ben? 225. When he first got here, he played defensive end. We moved him to tackle. He's been. This will be he'll be a 4-year starter for us at tackle. Jordan will be a 4-year starter for us at tackle, and Lance Schulz will be a 3-year starter for us at center. Those are the 3 guys that started 88 games between the 3 of them. So these guys are doing a great job as well. So, all right, fellas, good job. This is our wide receiver group right here. Okay, Coach Martin. This is Coach Martin who coaches our wide receivers. I know some of you are familiar with him. Of course, Coach Martin played here at Emporia State, but I like to say he pays me every time to say this, but he did have one game out here where he caught 11 catches for how many yards?
It's doubled over the years.
But these guys have been doing a good job. I mean, I think they've come a long ways from where they were at in the spring as far as their productivity, as far as catching the football, but also blocking out on the perimeter. So I'll let these guys, hey, speak up, tell them where you're from, and what been bothered by a hamstring injury that we got to get healed up. So, but like I said, these guys have been doing a good job. Sean Richardson here, he was part of that 3rd place 4x100 meter relay team. Went to national champion, at the national championship track meet, ran anchor leg. So we got some speed in this group right here, but we also got some physical guys too, which you need. So these guys are doing a great job. Appreciate it, fellas. He's on. I'm gonna stop. All right. Don't get hit. Don't hit these guys. Stop when you see red. Okay. All right. This crew been doing a good job. I'll let them go through, kind of introduce themselves to you, and these guys have been these guys here. Tyler was also elected captain, I think 3 or 4 days ago. And you guys know Tyler started for us last year, got injured the last half of the season. Good thing about it is there's some guys here that are doing a great job. In case something were to happen to him, can step in and get the job done. So these guys have had a good camp up to this point. And, there's a lot of talent right here in this group right here. So, all right, guys, we've done. Safeties for hybrids, so they're not really a tight end. They're kind of in between a tight end and a receiver. So you guys, make sure you speak up, tell them where you're from, what classification. Of course, Adam be a 3-year starter for us at tight end, and Josh has been doing a good job, and these 3 freshman guys have been doing a great job as well. All right, thanks, fellas. This is Coach Pat Boyd, This is our deepest position that we got. I mean, we got a lot of talent here. We got a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things. I always think it's very important in this league to have a lot of depth in the running back position. All right, you guys go through. Again, you'll see some guys here that have been a part of this program for a long time. Tell them where you're from, classification, redshirt sophomore, right? Of course, Derwin, he also ran on that, was the first leg on that 4x100 meter relay team. So we had 3 of our 4 guys, so we do have some speed. This group's been doing a good job, like I said. A lot of depth at this position. And the coach, Coach Justin Weezer, I'm sure you guys are familiar with him. He's another former Hornet. Always, he was here when I got here, and he's doing a great job of coaching our running backs. Newly hired graduate assistant. So, all right, guys. Oh, and Adrian Abner just got elected captain as well. So, on the offensive side, and Derwin Hall will be our special teams captain this year. Okay? All right, good job. Last year, he's battling a hamstring injury right now. We got to get that healthy. All right? But these guys have been doing a good job. And We got a lot of them, as you can see. It's not like it used to be where we had 1 or 2. So we got plenty of kickers. All right, good job, fellas. I appreciate it.
You know, it was a great experience. You know, last night playing the first pro game. You know, it's amazing when you get out there. You know, you get out there and you know your nerves are going, your adrenaline is pumping. You get out there and then you know, right before you go, you're like, you start visioning like, oh my gosh, you're really out here. Then all of a sudden, so you're like, oh shoot, you got to play. But I mean, it was a great experience. You know, back out, I heard y'all had a game. Y'all had that big game scrimmage today. With all the boosters and everything coming, and we had our day off, so wasn't no way I was gonna miss it. You know, like I say, I love Emporia so much. They did so much for me. You know, I just, right now just training and ready to go back to camp and ready to keep grinding. And anytime I get an opportunity to come see my guys play, I'm most definitely gonna come.
I was very pleased with our effort. I thought it was a clean scrimmage. You know, we had officials tonight, which was good. We had a few penalties, had a few drop balls, a little disappointed in that stopped some drives. But for the most part, I told the team afterwards that I felt like it was for our first scrimmage underneath the lights in a game-like setting. It was the best one we've had probably in the last 3 or 4 years. So I was very impressed with you know, our competitive spirit. Our guys did a really great job.